Okay, looks like the speed is good today. Uh, Hopefully it remains consistent like this till the end of the stream. Okay, where did we stop yesterday? So we stopped at a login form where coder at work, coder at work. So it's coming fine. So this first what if I change this? I just want to see where how it's connected. No. So it takes value from it takes the name. So whatever target name we are, it takes it from here and it adds it to the state key. So state key has n, and then we are printing the value here. So sorry, here. So if I say n here, so it should work. Yeah. So what this handle change event does is whenever you type something, um, whenever this changes on change handle change, so it comes, it gets the event and it takes the target and its name. What is its name? Its name we have given here as first, and that gets added to the state. uh, this is kind of the key. So here we have given first, and then here we have given the value of that. So its value is nothing but target value. Okay, so we are clear on that. So today we will look at forms validation. So that was the target. So what we decided yesterday, we had finished all this since last few days. And next, so today we will be looking at forms validation and formic, a forms library. Okay, so just to give a gist, thanks William Cameron. I'm learning React now. Last few days the internet was bad. I don't know whether the stream came good or not. Yeah, I'm learning React now through this book, React book, Chris. So I found this through Twitter. So yeah, welcome to my stream. Um yep, happy to see. Yeah, thanks for coming. Yeah, so what I have learned till now in this book is JSX, setup, components, props, state method, and conditional rendering forms, all those things. So earlier I have done, to just give a background, I had done side projects in Angular. So just I can show you my Angular project. All these are my side projects I learned different frameworks. I need to host this in Netlify. So this login, yeah, this is the login. This is kind of expense manager. So you add here taco 12, then test 5. So you go here, you get those expense. Then we have delete, then edit taco 9, so edit expense. So this gets updated. So yep, this is Angular project, and one more, it's halfway. So it's kind of a recipe app where my wife can store, write down recipes and store it on the cloud and access it. So yeah, now I'm trying to figure out React. Then yeah, probably I'll write a mobile app. So my day job is mobile developer, working on iOS, iPadOS, and macOS. So yeah, that's my background. So yeah, here learning web, front end, back end, everything. So yeah, that's it. Keep learning. Sure. Thanks a lot, William. Happy to see you. So I'm trying to make this a routine in 2021. Yeah, and I'll be posting this, like I'll be archiving this stream videos on YouTube. So yeah, for them I'm talking to one of my Twitch friends. Um, so William. Right now I haven't pushed anything since this code is all available here. I'm typing it myself, so I haven't pushed this, but my other codes are there. github.com/ yeah, if you see, I think I haven't made those code as, yeah, I haven't made them public yet. These are just forked code, so I haven't made any code public yet. So maybe I can. So I'm not confident with my code. I feel inferior. Uh, I'm not sure, so I don't generally post it. Yeah, definitely I'll do. I'll post it. Yeah, I kind of feel that my code is not great. Yeah, everyone is learning. True, true. Everyone is learning. True. Yeah, and like I've been in this industry for more than a decade now. Still, I feel a lot like I don't know. I have to improve a lot. So yeah, I I think most of us feel that, or most of us keep learning. So good, great. Thanks for. Please ask me anything you have. Anything about iOS development, mobile development. I also had a stint like for 2.5 years into mobile game development. So can ask me anything. If I know, I can let help you out. Generally, standalone apps, enterprise apps, games. Cool. Good. Okay. So we we have completed the login forms part. Now let's look at the validation. So validating forms can be done in different ways. Validate element as soon as you type. Okay, so as soon as you type is as and when I type. If I don't want a special character, I can validate then and there itself, or if I don't want any numbers, I can validate then and there itself. Then validate the form on pressing submit button. Okay, accept it here, but then when you hit save, it should validate. So generally, as a user, I want to get the validation right away. I don't want to wait till user submits. So that's where user experience comes. So yeah, but let's good to be knowing both the sides. You can have all the elements and their validation in one giant component, but it's usually better to create dedicated component. Okay, this should have the following: render the element itself. This will give more control over how the element is rendered. An element where you can validation error. Way to indicate the form that is no longer. Okay, render the element. So whatever comes here, just keep rendering. With this one, we mean that we create a component around our element. To do so is quite simple. Oh, okay, it's an input. This one. Okay, as you see above, we make input component render and input element tag. We also ensure that all properties set on component. Okay, all properties is this. Okay, set on the component, make it to the underlying input typing. Okay, this dot props. A more manual version of this would be able to type title, props title, value, props value, and so on and so forth. Oh, okay. So, okay, pass the entire props list. Depending on how many attributes we want to send to the underlying input, it could be quite a lot of typing. Okay, to avoid this extra characters, extra length, we are just, this would help us. As we are now in control of how the input is rendered, we can do all sorts of things like adding a div element, give it padding, margin. Best is reduce the component in a lot of places. Nice and consistent. Okay, this is one part. So this is the preliminary part, rendering the element. So validation is not yet there. So let's read this once again. You can have the element and their validation in one chain component. Component like this should have following: render the element itself. Oh, okay, so it means the input validation for this, okay, for this name will be handled in the input class itself. So that we can have things here itself to give the error. We have to listen to changes. Well, makes sense. Good thing. So now going to validation, add the element. Okay, now okay, we can do it here itself. We can create a input Okay, and import React from React. Class input extends React dot component, and we'll have render function, which is nothing but input, and we'll have this dot props. Okay, it has to return, sorry, my bad. Return, what should it return? So it should return this. Okay, and then we will export input. Let's have this default itself. Okay, so now we can use this in the but it's not added here, so that's why it's giving error. Add import input from dot slash input dot js. Okay, works fine, hopefully. Yep. Okay, great. Now we can change this for the other one too. Will this work? Yep. So we don't need this, can have this itself. Okay. Logo Jedi. Okay, that's fine. Okay, now we have our setup. Oh man, local host 3k. Okay, now we have the setup, so now we can do the validation experiments here. Let's now we will see that it pays off to wrap our input element in adding validation is as easy. Add element placeholder wherever error should be shown. Add a function that validates the input value. Add a function that validates the input value. Add a okay, input container. So okay, wait a sec, this was input. I'm not sure what input container is for now. Is there a thing called input container? Oh, input container is something like, wait a sec, what? We did something with the styled component in the Jedi. Yeah, where was it? Where was it? Jedi's. No. Oh, to do. Yeah, we had it in to do. So to do's container it is nothing but a style div. Yeah. So we just want this. So what we'll do is we'll create an input container here. Or shall we have this exported from input itself? So anyway, if we want to reuse it, we can have it in a separate this one, or else we can have it in particulars. Right now I have um, only one screen, so it's better to have it here. And we can shall we wrap it around this braces? I'm not sure. How do I export it? Assigned a value but never used. Okay, it will be used. Block is redundant 56. Okay. Okay, I can say here input comma input container. And then here I can give the input container. So attempted import error, input is not exported from Did this work? Okay, it's working fine. Alter the render method to below this one, input container this dot state dot error. If there is an error, show the error message. Okay, cool. Otherwise show this props description. Input inner input. There is another class called inner input. So similar to input, we have to create inner input. The value is the state dot data. Start props. Okay, let's read through this first. Here we conditionally displaying the error message assuming it's on the state. Okay, we are also hooking up change. Next, add the validation function const validate Okay, it's taking the value and the error message. So this is a regex function. I will simply test whether our input value matches regex pattern, and if so, it's valid. If not, we'll return the error message. Okay, this passes here and it gets. So we are setting the state here. Yeah, okay. Makes sense. Oh, all these are done inside the input itself, not on the. Okay, this looks good. So everything related to that particular input stays there. So we have this input. We have multiple input containers. Don't need that. Okay, validate function is independent of this, and then we have name, description. Okay, let's work with this. Okay, so this is just for each individual item, which is for this one item. It won't be for the page. Then we have state error. Then we have handle error, sorry, handle change. Then we have the render method. And we know need this. How do I format selection? Is it formatted? Doesn't look so. Oh man. Okay, it doesn't format. We need to format it ourselves. This is bad. But yep. Okay. What is the error? So simply test 1, 2, 3. I'm not sure what this does. How do I see an error? Okay, I'm not good at regex. So what I'll do is I'll just say if val is equal to test, return okay. Where do I get the error? First of all, I have not set the error message. I don't know where it is coming. Okay, input, handle change. This is the props we are getting, and so here we are. Oh, okay, still this one. Didn't I save it? Saved it. Okay, now it is working fine. Still I'm not seeing error. Okay. Oh, I know where the problem is. I know where the problem is. Is it so? So this class is input. Okay. It's not hitting here. So there is something else we might need to add. I thought it's done here. Telling the form. Okay, we need to tell the form. Okay, that's where we are stuck. Usually when you input elements in the form, you want to be able to tell more invalid. Notify. Okay. This dot notify. Mhm. Mhm. You see above that we have updated our state. Input element we set is valid. Okay. What is the syntax? What does this do? The reason for setting is valid state is okay. There's too much of grasp. Let's take a break. Let's break for 5 to 10 minutes. I'll have some water and water break. Okay, cool. We are back. Sorry it took some long time. Okay, now for validation. So ideal or good practice is to create a component and wrap all the validation inside the component. For example, class input extends react dot component for input HTML tag. Okay, these notes are just for my reference. Give some room. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So this is about forms validation. Then what do we have? Created this. Now we need to notify. So okay, this is kind of complicated and not sure whether this is good practice, but let's follow the tutorial. Sorry, React. Have a way to communicate the errors back. A method form itself, what does it to work? Okay, this is inside the form. We need to have this one thing, and then we should have a method. Then our input object should head to this. This is valid inside this. This starts. Okay, React set state, and we have the square brackets. Not sure what does it mean. An object operator. Okay, no counter. Okay. You can have this. There are states, main concept, state and life cycle. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Okay. No, this is the error. I want something. Maybe it's an advanced guide. I'm not sure what this does. Notify this state name is valid. Then it has another callback said which this state is valid. Who calls this valid? Notify. You see about that after having updated our state of our input element. What is the name here? I believe it should be this. This name is nothing but this. This dot state. Okay. This is kind of confusing to me. Escape is valid as that is not an element. Okay, we have now set up everything. Disabling the submit button. Okay, this is the first thing when they okay. This is fine. So I am just stuck with this. So what needs to be done here? So this is all fine. What do we do here in the forms container? Login. We have this. State is valid. Then we have notify function, and then we have this one. So where do I put this? To the input. Okay. Error message description. First name, ID, value, and this dot handle. Okay, we'll have the same for last name. And this should be last 2 to 3 characters. This is last. Okay. Button submit. So inside this, notify, give name, form valid. Style is not defined in login form. Okay, let's define style here. Style from style components. Copy. Okay. Now on valid form, this is done. Determining the state. So here for submit button, okay, it's still working. This is not. So is valid form is returning true. Correct. Button should be disabled. It's not disabled yet. Yeah, it's disabled. 1, 2, no. So form validation is not happening. Let's debug. Where is the breakpoint? There is no breakpoint, so something we are missing here. Handle change. Did we handle submit? Actually, we should not. Form is not valid. So is this getting called? It's my question. Console.log. Notify. Call valid form. What happened? Okay. Okay. You're kind of stuck in this dot on submit. So someone need to call Mr. Notify. Notify is not happening. Notify this dot notify. Okay, I think we need to add something in the input container. Method that it can hook up notify property. So, oh yeah. So in here, handle change, we need to tell so we missed this part. We missed this completely. Managing the state. So we validate here. So we are validating here. And then, so who is calling the function? Well, handle change method is so we do two things here. So whenever this change happens on change, okay, we missed adding this. Usually when you put input elements in the form, you want to be able to that one or more is simple. Add a notify input property. This will be a function we can call as soon as we validated the latest change, call notify function. So we missed this entire part. Sorry, this part. Notify. Notify is not defined. Add a notify input property. This will be a function we can call as soon as we validated the latest change. Call the notify function. That's what we are doing. Notify is called with two parameters, name and whether it is valid or not. We wait to communicate errors back. What about the form is the notify property. Okay. So did he miss the this part, add a notify input property, and this will be a function. Where is notify input property? Where do I add that? It's already added here. Notify. Notify is given here. Notify property is added and a function is being called, but problem is it's not getting called. Says failed. Search for keywords. Form will know. And a notify input property. Where is that notify input property? I'm not seeing any notify here, so what we meant is this. Call the notify function, so that we are calling here in the handle change. How do I call notify? Let's let's ping the developer. I have his okay. stuck in. Let's ping him. One thing I am stuck in form validation is notify call from input component is throwing error. Not sure what I have missed. Please help. Thanks. And let's give him a screenshot. So it is quick to respond. Okay, so I'm not sure, I'm stuck with this. I'm not seeing any notify before or after that. Maybe his GitHub code might contain repositories. Okay, he has a React book. So basics, form, advanced testing, forums. Yeah. Form validation. So this part is giving the error. Add a notify input property. let's wait for his reply and we'll continue. I think we didn't uh, complete what we expected. So plan was to do this and this, but we are stuck here. So I'll pause here and continue tomorrow. Okay. Thanks everyone. I'll just stop it here. Let's continue tomorrow.